Good morning there. It's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead, and I was it's been a couple days after my flooding of my garden, so I can get out in my garden. Yesterday I had a little market down at the Whitmore School. They do a market once a month. I think it's the second Sunday of the month. It coincides with the breakfast at the community center. So I saw a few friends that are wonderful, lovely people, Laura, Dave, and Sandy. Sandy graciously brought me some black walnut green. I'm so excited. I get to make a black walnut tincture, and it's a great parasite for humans and animals alike, and there's many other benefits. So I will be making that today, and I'll make a little video on that. It's very simple and straightforward. But we're out in the garden, and so I thought I would just let you see what's going on. My potatoes are going crazy over here. Let me turn you around. Wrong way, Helen. Wrong way. All right. There we go. Oh, no, why can't I? There we are. I'm all backwards today. I even had 2 cups of coffee. All right, so over here, where's my finger? Right there. Those are my potatoes. They're growing up out of the container. I've got my sweet potatoes, and last year I waited till after the first frost, which they seem to do really well then. So here we've got sweet potatoes. And then we've got our lovely, let's move this up, lemon balm right here. Lemongrass, which is going bananas. I'm going to harvest some of this for my sister. I'm going to give her some sage, and then also some of these items. She does not have that at her house. And over here, I wanted to show you, excuse me, I'm having trouble with my voice. Look at this big, beautiful comfrey. This thing is, I don't even know, quadrupled in size. It's crazy. This is the gift from Laura and, excuse me, Laura and David. So I'm so excited about that. I'm trying to plant, when I do plant herbs and different things out of my garden, I'm trying to make sure they're medicinal. I mean, they're also culinary, but they're medicinal. And so, yeah, that's what's going on there. And then over here, let's go back over here. I think I have 1 or 2 lone crickneck squashes plants that I left in here. And I see one that needs to be harvested. And they're still hanging on, which I'm pleasantly surprised. These are the later plantings, though. Keep that in mind. All right, I just saw one. Where in the world did I see it? Here it is. I think if I have enough squash now, I'll have to check my count in the house. I want to try canning it. Everyone says it turns to mush. Other people say that it's just fine for like frying and that kind of thing, or even adding to soups and stews, which would be a refreshing thing for the middle of winter. I make a lot of soups and stews. So I think I'm going to give it a try. Why not? If nothing else, it'll just add body to the soups and stews that I'm making. So now I kind of want you to see these little sunflowers right over here. Look at those beauties. They're just multiple heads, and there's bees up on them too. They're just the gift that keeps on giving. And I think I have some okra, not down here. Those aren't quite ready, but on the other side I do. So come along with me today and let's see what we can find. All right, look at these pumpkins. These are my small sweet pumpkins. These ones are producing. Look at them. They're all hiding in there. Look at the size. of this one. This one might be one of the princess pumpkins. It's shaped like that. I'm super excited. So the seeds I saved last year from Nash's pumpkin farm are coming to fruition. Look at this little guy. Another one right there. And this one, I think today, he's a little fella. And I think he's about ready to pick. Yes, his little tendril is dry. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him. He's not real big. He's about the size of an average cantaloupe, I would say. But we're going to have several pumpkins this year. I'm very delighted. Look at this little cutie. First pumpkin of the year. And if there's still a little green on them, I learned this last year, that they put them in a sunny window and they will turn nice and orange for you, and their little stems will dry up. And then once I cut these open to process them or whatever we're doing with them, I always save the stems. I cut them out and I put them in a windowsill and I let them dry also, because I use them in craft projects. Something I forgot to do the other day when I was ripping out cucumbers and different things, grab your plastic tags. You can wash these up, and if you use one of those eraser board pens, it takes this writing right off of there. So this has survived sun, sprinkler, all kinds of stuff. So these work great. And all these are sour cream and yogurt containers that I wash and I save all year, and then I cut them up to sides, and they're free, basically, plant markers. I got a few okras. I forget this long, slender guy's name. Then I have some Star of Davids. They're almost too far gone. But I do have one that is starting to turn kind of yellowish and it's drying up. I'm going to save that one from seeds. And I just watched, Papa, what's his name? I'll put his link in the thing. He has a great video on saving seeds for okra. You want to let them dry on the plant with as most things as you can. And then once they're dry, then you snip them, take them in the house, get all your seeds out, and you put them on a paper plate or a paper towel, what have you, and let them finish drying the rest away, and then you have okra seeds. Hi, I got a few more tomatillos. I don't know why I just said hi, but yes, I got a few more tomatillos, and they're of the purple variety. I thought I would show you this as I'm picking my tomatillos. I see this guy, Stitchy. Oh, he's found Johnny. He was peeking at me through the tomatillos. Got a whole bunch of little cherry tomatoes. Those guys just keep putting them on out. They're such a wonderful, fruitful plant. It's the same one I plant every year. I can't remember the name, but I'm telling you what, these guys are awesome. Got some little San Marzanos. I don't know why they're small, but they are still putting out, and I'm not going to complain a bit. All right, I got some little ground cherries from my friend Fern. She lives over in the Shingletown area, and she gave me these 3 beautiful plants, and they just keep pumping them out. My dog almost knocked over my camera. Hang on there. These are delicious. When you first bite into them, they're real sweet. They taste like pineapple. Johnny. There we go. Johnny's doing his job, guarding me while I'm out in the garden. Hang on. But they're delicious. Gabby likes them too, so she'll be up this weekend. I'm super excited. So I didn't think she would like them, but they're sweet at first, and then they kind of fade off and have a little maybe a tomatoey taste. I can't put my finger on it. Really good though. All right, I've got some beans growing at the base of my cherry tomatoes on the other side of this trellis, and these guys are growing clear up to through the cherry tomatoes, clear up to the top of the trellis, which I'm pleasantly surprised, but they're hard to find. Ooh, I am so excited. I've got to show you this. Look what I spied right down in here. It is a Hubbard squash from the seeds I saved. I got one of these from Nash too. It's getting quite large. Oh, I did not think I was going to get any of those. Woohoo! Holy guacamole, look at these. Woohoo! Cayenne peppers. Salve, here I come. Okay, folks, I'm very excited about this. I want you to be able to see this little guy. It's hard to tell. This is a nasturtium seed, and you have to, my friend Claire, she's a subscriber on here, and thank you, Claire, for your information. She gathers all these little seeds from her nasturtiums, and I looked up an article on when and how to harvest these, and they say to wait till they fall off of the plant. And this one was on the ground. It's loaded with these little seeds though, and so I'm patiently waiting for them to fall on the ground, and then I'm going to save them to plant for next year. Of course, there's some more mustard seed that I'm going to harvest. There's just a little bit left. Another spaghetti squash is ready. I just checked my butternut, and I can still stick my thumbnail in it. These are little Oregon spring tomatoes that are starting to blush. Look at the size of this crookneck I obviously missed. So I'll be harvesting seeds from this, and probably the rest for chicken food. I'm going to cut it open though. It might be good for soups or stews. We're going to find out. But he's the biggest one that I have accidentally let grow this year. But he's gorgeous. He is a Thanksgiving table decoration worthy type of guy. Whew, I lost one. I got a huge handful of San Marzano. They kind of fell on the ground. Some cherries and some purple tomatillos. I got a huge handful of beans right here. So between what I have in the house and these, I might be able to can a quart or two. That'd be nice. Or a pint, excuse me. And as usual, the gift that keeps on giving is my beautiful calendula. I'm experimenting. I took some pictures of my face close up. I'm not going to show you that because nobody wants to see that. And I'm trying an experiment with my tallow salves that I've been making for my face. And my sister, we just did our Thursday lunch last week, and she has been putting, I don't know, she said she was mixing the tallow with the castor oil, but she has been putting castor oil on her face lately. So I did a lot of research on that the other day, and I'm really wanting to try that. So what I have been doing is I make tallow salves, and I do give them out to friends and things, and I mix that, I infuse that with my homegrown lavender that I've dried, and then also there's all kinds of wild rose bushes out here with these huge rose hips. I call them berries or buds or what have you. And every year after it does a hard frost or snow, I think I do it after the snow, I dry them, I dehydrate them, and I just keep them in a jar. Well, I've been infusing my tallow with the lavender, because you know all the wonderful properties of that. But rose hips has a higher concentration of vitamin C in it than citrus, which is, to me, is unbelievable. So with the vitamin C, like CE ferulic is a very expensive product out there that I used to use on my face years ago. And what it does, it helps rebuild collagen, but then it also gets rid of these age spots, supposed to help with those, and it's really good for your face. So I thought, well, shoot, this stuff is better than, you know, fruit and that kind of thing. So I have been doing that, and my face looks okay. I'll be 62 here shortly, and it looks okay. But when I take off my glasses and I'm in the bathroom with all the bright light, I'm like, oh, that looks not very good. And the tallow salve, which I love, it gets hard when it's cooler. The cooler months start coming, so you have to really work it in the palms of your hands to get it nice and smooth to rub on your face. Otherwise, it can be a little chunky. And so today I tried an experiment. I know that's a long story, but I put a little bit of my tallow salve in my palm of my hand, and then I put a couple of drops of castor oil, and I rubbed that together and it made it nice and smooth immediately. So I'm going to start infusing my homemade salve for the use on myself. I always like to use something for a month or two first before I start giving it away to friends. But the castor oil is supposed to actually reduce and remove wrinkles. So we're going to see how that works out, because I have a lot of fine lines right here and around here, and I'm starting to get, you know, this and that. So, and you can see my forehead is really shiny, but I only used a few drops. So, I mean, a little bit of castor oil goes a long ways, and I put it on my neck. So I took a photo from the side, this side, head on, and my neck area. So I'm going to revisit this in a month and see if I've noticed any change. So yeah, that's going to be kind of cool. Alright, so I just harvested a whole bunch of curly leaf and flat leaf parsley. I'm going to dry this for my sister. She's been wanting some herbs. She has some in her garden, but not a whole lot. I'm also doing some thyme for her. This just smells delicious, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful plant. And I also got her some purple sage. This plant is ginormous. I started out with a tiny little plant because I had to buy it. Because I tried to grow some from seed, and for some reason it didn't germinate. But this purple sage, I bought this little plant, and I'm not kidding you, this thing is like 10 times, maybe 15 times bigger than it was when I bought it. And my speckled or freckled, I think it's freckled lettuce, all the little seed heads are pretty much dried up. So I went ahead and harvested that, so I'll have that to plant. And I got some more cherry tomatoes, surprise, surprise. Got some strawberries. They have like a little slug hole in them, but you know what? There's no slug on the inside of them. I'm going to eat them. Oh my. This one's riddled with holes, so I'm going to save that for the chickens. Nice size zucchini. I like it when they don't get too much bigger than this. They're nice and tender and delicious. I do have to show you this. I'm really excited. I went ahead and let my broccoli bolt, and it's flowering. So what that means is once it bolts, it flowers, and then after the flowers, it gets its little seed pods, and when they dry up, we'll have broccoli seeds. How exciting is that? All right, look at this. I got a bunch of bigger tomatoes. We got some Oregon Spring and a bunch of other stuff in there. I'm so excited. We got a big haul today. I'm very excited about that. I did want to harvest some lemongrass for my sister. So I'm just going to take some of these outer leaves. And always remember, oh, this smells so wonderful, to not take too much at one time. So I'm just going to get a few more here. There we go. And she's got comfrey already. We kind of share what each other doesn't have. And I think I have some lemon balm drying in the house, so I'll give her some of that. Did have to show you this. These are my sweet potatoes. These are the ones I planted first, and look at these beautiful, beautiful flowers they're putting out. I'm excited about that. All right, so that's all I have for you today. So we got that whole big green basket, my lovely Dollar Tree. I mean, this thing weighs probably 20 pounds. It's just full of tomatoes and squash and all the things. So thank you, Lord Jesus, for your bounty, and I hope the sun is shining where you guys are at today, and I hope you're safe and well, and thank you so much for watching, subscribing, commenting on my channel. It means a lot to me. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.